guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep it long, but y'all already know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. To go to nugget today is wisdom from above. Listen, ain't nothing like some good old wisdom from God. It's all right if you have wisdom of the earth, but a lot of times when you deal with the wisdom that is coming from earth, you do know that that will thrust you into fulfilling the lust of the flesh. Why? Because you're not going off of the truth of it all from God. So we want to deal with having wisdom from above. And because of that, I'm going to read to you. We're still in the book of James, and I'm going to come from the 3rd chapter, starting with the 13th verse. And this is what it says, you guys. It says this: who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works, and with meekness of wisdom. Then verse 14 says this: but if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. It says this wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, and devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. Did y'all get that? It's saying that if you go off of your own wisdom, based on off of your own perception, based off of this earth, whatnot, based off your experiences, based on your hearsay or what you read in books and all this other stuff and what other people's experiences are, if you've gone off of that wisdom, you're going to find yourself in the lust of the flesh that's dealing with what? Envy and strife. And you don't want that, because that type of wisdom will have you trying to prove a point. Which means what? You'll be in a state of contention, which means what? There will be rivalry going back and forth, which is what? You are in a state to where you can't come into agreement, which means what? That concludes you being in what? Discord and in division. And all of that is not of God. Therefore, God says what again in this, y'all? In verse 15, it says, this wisdom descendeth not from above. This is not the wisdom of God. For God says this, he says, the wisdom that is from above, it is first pure. It's pure. And it's peaceable. Which means what? It's not going to cause you to feel a certain way. It's not going to cause you to want to come into anger. That's how you'll know if somebody's talking to you and they're trying to give you their wisdom on how they think or how they perceive. If it is trying to stir up strife and envy in you, then you know this is not the wisdom coming from above. And it says this. It says this wisdom from above is first pure, then it's peaceable, it's gentle, it's very gentle, it's easy to be entreated, it's full of mercy, which means what? It has compassion. It'll sit there and listen to you. It's not going to go back and forth with you. It's not going to be aggressive to you and with you when it's trying to prove a point or whatnot or whatnot. It says this: it is a good fruit without partiality and without hypocrisy. It says, and the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace. This fruit is sown in peace. And the only way you can sow a fruit in peace is if your fruit, your root of your fruit is of peace, of righteousness. So what you want wisdom from God. Anytime you're about to go into a conversation with somebody and maybe they feel in a certain kind of way, you ask God for his wisdom and how to speak with them. And you ask God to give them his wisdom as well. Because a lot of times people come at you all because of their perception on how they took things, or they'll say things to you harshly, all because what their wisdom on the information they've gotten from this place and the other. So sometimes people will give you their wisdom based off of a dream, based off of their past, based off of their hurt, their pain. And you'll know when it's not, like I said, the wisdom of God, because it will not have the traits that God said from above. It will not be peaceable. It will not show mercy. It will not, what else? It will not be gentle. It won't. It won't be pure. It won't. It won't come from a pure place. It won't be able to see your side. It won't be able to listen to you. That type of wisdom, the wisdom from earth, it won't. Which means what? It's your wisdom. It's man wisdom. It's carnal minded. So we want to always ask God, God, give us your wisdom. We seek your wisdom. There's no way we can know everything. And a lot of times I have to ask God, God, help me to, if I think I know, help me to still ask you for your knowledge, ask you for your wisdom. Because even if I think I know, I still may be missing something. And if I'm missing something, that little thing that I'm missing could cause me to go into strife, can cause me to go into envy. And we don't want that. I don't want that. So we always have to be mindful to have the wisdom from above. And the only way to get that is just to simply do what? Just ask God for it. Don't ask him just, God, give me wisdom. No, God, give me your wisdom. You already have wisdom of the earth, but now you need God's wisdom to lead you. Because it's not by your might, not by your power. The only time you're working in your might and in your power is when you're using your wisdom. You know how that goes. You know how that ends up, right? You end up having to, after it all, still have to go to God and say, God, I need you to fix it. Because the wisdom that I thought I had did not work. So let us always ask God for his wisdom, receiving the wisdom from above. I hope y'all got this, but if you didn't, rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have the mask. Smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.